Here's my first project, which is to build this satellite dish in the back of the house. This satellite dish is going to provide all of the programming from around the world. Those that have their own television network, then they'd like to be able to have some programming, or they want to deliver shows to us by way of satellite. We're going to show you how to install these dishes. If you notice here on the dish, we have on the bottom cinder blocks. This allows us to be temporary. This cinder block and this mount that's on the bottom can sustain winds of over 200 miles an hour. So if there's any hurricane or tornadoes, of course a direct hit, nothing will survive. But this can more than withstand anything coming by the house by the next door neighbors or what have you. Any kind of wind, any kind of strong wind will not blow this over. And it's very simple to be able to mount these. You have a couple of stabilizing arms. Those stabilizing arms, they drill right into the cinder block. The plate on the bottom is just a real standard, weighs about 25 pounds, that plate. And then, of course, there's that long shaft that's on the back of the satellite dish. Now, iPoint does provide these dishes, even though we're not interested in selling satellite dishes to the consumers. We're only interested in providing an IP TV service. Because the problem with these dishes is that whenever it's raining, right now it's a beautiful day, but whenever it's raining, these dishes stop working. That's just the way digital satellite works. See how tiny this little LMB is. It's very small, so even though the dish is this size, or even some dishes that are bigger, once water gets on the dish, then what happens, it destroys it. That's why those who have dish television, direct TV, whenever it rains, it just goes completely out. You can't fight it. That's just the way it is. You can get a bigger dish. Sometimes it'll help. But the other obstacle that you have is in the sky, we have these things called clouds. And these clouds, sometimes they just provide a wall of water. And even though it may just be a cloud that passes by, if it's full of water, that will actually stop the signal from coming down from the sky into the satellite dish and beaming it back from the satellite dish into the LMB, so that way it can go on this cable and then of course run over into the house. But the video will not come through that wire unless if you have clear signal to the satellite. So this is why we're building iPoint television, so that way you won't have to put up with that anymore. What you'll have here is you'll have direct television. And there's my little helper right there. Little Rags. Hey, Rags. Say hello to Rags.